A very good day, dear students. In this video we shall be seeing about the basic concepts of stiffness matrix or the displacement matrix and derivation of the displacement method and numerical integration. And further on we shall also discuss about the problems that is involved for solving the bar element. Like I said in the previous slide, this particular chapter deals with the finite element formulation of one-dimensional and two-dimensional elements, that includes linear as well as higher order elements. Also in this chapter, numerical introduction to numerical integration using Gaussian quadrature method is shown. Okay. So whenever we speak about finite element formulation of 1D bar element, we should always remember that one-dimensional elements are used to represent axial bars, springs, truss elements, beam elements and beam-like members for the purpose of finite element analysis. So these elements are quite useful in analyzing the axial bars, trusses, cables, frames, etc. And such structures will tend to be well defined in terms of numbers and type of elements that are being used. So if we are considering an example, so in order to represent a truss member, we require a two-noded linear element, and this two-noded linear element will be accurate to represent a truss member, and the results also will be very accurate. However, if three-noded bar or line element are used, it will be more suitable in case of analysis of a cable structure, because the cable is non-linear in shape, and in order to capture this non-linearity of the cable structure, three-noded bar element or line element will be more suitable. So basically, finite element formulation of an element means deriving the element properties like the shape function, the stiffness matrix, the strain displacement matrix, strain matrix, load vectors will be involved in all these activities. Okay, so let us come to the first concept of Gaussian quadrature for one-dimensional integral element. So the concept of Gauss quadrature is first illustrated in one-dimensional element in context of an integral form, that is integrating integral of I from -1 to +1 and function of z del z. So the numerical integration based on Gauss quadrature assumes that the function f of z will be evaluated over an interval of -1 to +1. Okay, and considering a one-dimensional integral, the Gauss quadrature represents the integral function of z in the form of I is equal to integral from -1 to +1 f of z del z. So this will be equivalent to summation of I equals 1 to n wi f zi, or where w it is sum of w1 function of z1 plus w2 function of z2 plus w3 function of z3 plus it goes on until it reaches the nth number. So here z1, z2, z3 represents the number of points known as Gauss points or sampling points, and the corresponding coefficients w1, w2, w3 up to wn are the weights. They are called as the weights. So the location and weight coefficient of Gauss points are calculated by Legendre polynomials. So this method is also referred to Gauss-Legendre quadrature method. The summation of these values at n sampling points gives an exact solution of the polynomial integrand of an order up to 2 into n minus 1. So for example, considering sampling at 2 Gauss points, we can get exact solution for a polynomial of an order 2 into 2 minus 1 or 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. Okay, so let us see one point formula for this Gauss quadrature method. So let us consider a Gauss quadrature formula with single sampling point, that is n is equal to 1. And then we will get integrating the function f z del z from minus 1 to plus 1. We will get the relation as w1 into f of z. So where f of z is a polynomial of the order 2n minus 1, and since n is equal to 1, we will get the answer as 2 into 1 minus 1 is equal to 1. So we will get only one weight, that is w1, and z1 are the parameters. So assuming the polynomial of the order 1, we will get f of z is equal to a naught plus a1 into z. So the error should be equal to integrating from minus 1 to plus 1 f of z del z minus w1 f of z should be equal to 0, or substituting the value for f of z del z, we will get as a naught plus a1 into z del z minus w1 into a naught plus a1 into z should be equal to 0 when we are integrating it over minus 1 to plus 1. So taking a naught as common, integrating from minus 1 to plus 1 del z plus a1, integrating from minus 1 to plus 1 z del z minus w1 into a naught plus a1 del z is equal to 0. So the error will be equal to 2 into a naught minus w1 a naught minus w1 a1 z equal to 0, because when we are integrating z from minus 1 to plus 1, the answer is 0. Hence the error is equal to a naught into 2 minus w1 minus w1 a1 z equals 0. But error is 0 only and only if w1 is equal to 2 and z is equal to 0. Hence the 1 point formula is given by integrating from minus 1 to plus 1 function of z del z is equal to w1 function of z, that is equal to 2 into function of 0. So from 1 point formula, approximated area of function of z can be calculated, and it is represented in the next slide. So as you can see in this particular figure, the exact area is shown on the left hand side and the approximated graph is shown on the right hand side. So whatever error is missed on the right side graph on the top is covered by the equivalent amount on the left hand side. So here you can see the exact value on the left hand side and the approximated value or the area in the right hand side. So this is an approximate value. Now let us see a 2-point formula. So for 2-point formula, let us consider the Gaussian quadrature formula with the 2 sampling points, that is n is equal to 2. Hence when we are integrating function of z del z from minus 1 to plus 1, we will get 2 weights, that is w1 and w2, and similarly 2 functions f of z1 and f of z2, which is represented by the equation 3.14. Okay, so here function of z, order of the polynomial is given by 2n minus 1, which is equal to 3, that is cubic polynomial. Thus considering function of z, we will get a0 plus a1 z plus a2 z square plus a3 z cube, and the error will be equal to 0 when we are integrating this equation from minus 1 to plus 1. Hence the error is represented as integrating from minus 1 to plus 1 a0 plus a1 z plus a2 z square plus a3 z cube del z minus w1 function of 1 z1 minus w2 function of z2 should be equal to 0. Now we know that integrating del z from minus 1 to plus 1 we get 2, z del z we get 0, z square del z we get 2 by 3 and z cube del z we will get the value to be 0. Substituting these in the above equation, we will have to solve it mathematically, which is seen in the next slide. So substituting the values of del z, z del z, del square del z, del cube del z, integral from minus 1 to plus 1, we get the equation as 2 a0 plus 0 a1 plus 2 by 3 a2 plus 0 a3 is equal to w1 into a0 plus a1 del z1 plus a2 del plus a2 z1 square plus a3 z1 cube plus w2 into a0 plus a1 z2 plus a2 z2 square plus a3 z2 cube. Considering w1 and w2 has common values and taking it outside, we can reduce this equation to w1 plus w2 into a0 plus w1 z1 plus w2 z2 into a1 plus w1 z1 square plus w2 z2 square a2 plus w1 z1 cube plus w2 z2 cube a3. So now comparing the coefficients, we get w1 plus w2 is equal to 2 and w1 z1 plus w2 z2 is equal to 0. w1 z1 square plus w2 z2 square is equal to 2 by 3. w1 z1 cube plus w2 z2 cube is equal to 0. So these are non-linear equations and hence they should have a unique solution. So w1 plus w2 equal to 0 we will get as w1 is equal to 1, w2 is equal to 1. Hence w1 and w2 when we add up will end up with 2. Similarly, z1 plus z2 should be equal to 0 or z1 should be equal to minus z2. z1 square plus z2 square should be equal to 2 by 3 or in other words z1 should be equal to 1 by 3 and z2 should be equal 1 by root 3 and z2 should be equal to minus 1 by root 3 and w1 is equal, hence we get all the values, that is w1 is equal to 1, w2 is equal to 1, z1 is equal to 1 by root 3, z2 is equal to minus 1 by root 3. So in the 2-point formula we can write it as integrating z del z over minus 1 to plus 1 is equal to w1 function of z1 plus w2 function of z2 or 1 into function of 1 by root 3 plus 1 into function of minus 1 by root 3. So here simple substitution for the values of w1, w2, z1, z2 is considered and the 2-point formula has been written down. So next we have the 3-point formula. Just like 1-point formula and 2-point formula, we have 3-point formula for Gauss quadrature with 3 sampling points, that is n is equal to 3. So integrating function of z del z from minus 1 to plus 1 we will get 3 weights w1, w2 and w3 and 3 functions f of z1, f of z2 and f of z3. So the same is represented in the equation 3.145. So f of z, order of the polynomial 2 into n minus 1 equal, which will be n is equal to 3, hence 2 into n becomes 2 into 3, that is 6, minus 1 is equal to 5. So the order of the polynomial will be of order 5. Hence, function of z can be written as a0 plus a1 z plus a2 z square plus a3 z cube plus a4 z4 plus a5 z 5. Since the order of the polynomial is 5, we have to use 5 fifth order for z, which is represented in equation 3.146. The error will be equal to 0 only and only if the integral of f of z del z from minus 1 to plus 1 is equal to w1 f of z1 plus w2 f of z2 plus w3 f of z3, which should be equal to 0, represented in equation 3.147. So now considering from integrating f of z del z from minus 1 to plus 1, we have minus 1 to plus 1 a0 plus a1 z plus a2 z square plus a3 z cube plus a4 z power 4 plus a5 z power 5 del z, which is equal to 2 a0 plus 2 by 3 a2 plus 2 by 5 a4. Now, in order to calculate the error, we have to find the difference between the equations 2a0 plus 2 by 3 a2 plus 2 by 5 a4 minus w1 f of z1 plus w2 f of z2 plus w3 f of z3, which is represented in the slide. So the function of z1 has been represented with the equation, that is a0 plus a1 z1 plus a2 z1 square plus a2 z1 square a3 z1 cube plus a4 z1 power 4 plus a5 z1 power 5. Similarly, for the second weight w2 also the value is written, and for w3 also the value is written. Okay, so now let us try to simplify this and take out the common terms, that is a0, a1, a2 and a3, a4 and a5, which is seen in the next slide. So now considering the equation and taking out the common terms, we can further simplify the equation. So the error is equal to 0 only and only if w1 plus w2 plus w3 is equal to 2, w1 z1 plus w2 z2 plus w3 z3 is equal to 0, and w1 z1 square plus w2 z2 square plus w3 z3 square is equal to 2 by 3, w1 z1 cube plus w2 z2 cube plus w3 cube is equal to 0, and w1 z1 power 4 plus w2 z2 power 4 plus w3 z3 power 4 is equal to 2 by 5. So these equations we have got by substituting the functions, substituting the values along with the weights, and by calculating the equivalent values. So on further substitution we get w1 z1 power 5 plus w2 z2 power 5 plus w3 z3 power 5 is equal to 0. So for simplifying this and calculating the values for z1, z2, z3 and w1, w2, w3, we will have a non-linear equation with unique solution when z1 is equal to minus point root 6, z2 is equal to 0, z3 is equal to plus root of 0.6, w1 is equal to 5 by 9, w2 is equal to 8 by 9 and w3 is equal to 5 by 9. So thus we can conclude that Gaussian quadrature will provide solution that is near to the exact solution if the polynomial of order 2n minus 1 or is less. So these are the three Gauss quadrature formulas, 1 point, 2 point and 3 point Gauss quadrature formulations. In the next topic we shall see about the 2D integral of Gauss quadrature and force terms, and further on we will try to solve certain problems for bar elements in FEM model.